Today is the 2nd of October 2024, and this will be the third video of applications of quadratic equations. Okay, last video we look at applications, so we are using the quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations. So they'll give you a question, maybe we solve the math, we solve the right angle triangle. Today we'll see another type. Okay, and there are more of those questions, so when I lay my hands on them, I'll share them with you. These are exam questions that always come. Okay, so your recap, watch last video for recap. And these questions are tricky because you might have to choose. It might not come out as negative and positive, so that you discard the negative and then say that because it's length. It might come as too positive, okay, and you might have to decide which of the positive to go for, because both of them. So at times you need to sketch to bring your work alive so that you can think through. Okay, yesterday, normally when I finish a video and I go away, I think about it to see if I could explain it a bit better. So I think tomorrow in this starter, I'm going to use the starter to show you why I think I went by 6.5 instead of 2.5. I'll show you again. Okay, so just look out for the next video and watch last video for the recap. Okay, now today we just want to look at ratio. We've done these topics. Okay, so I found this question and I want to bring it up. If you start watching from the videos, we've done a lot of these. Okay, so if you are new to the platform, start watching from the beginning and you realize that you can learn a lot of this, especially if you are going to write an exam next year. Jess, Caroline, and Judy share the cost of a holiday in a ratio 5:4:3. Okay, I don't know why. If you add them up, that is 12. Okay, I don't know why they did share it into 4:4:4. But one person paid 5 portions, another paid 4 portions, another paid 3 portions. Okay, now Chess paid 235, which is 5 portions. Work out the total cost. Okay, and then work out what Judy pays. Judy is paying 3 portions. Okay, in the end, whatever you get should add up to the total cost. So the total ratio now is 5:4:3, which would make a total ratio of 12. So if Jess is paying 235 in the 5 portions, so we are going to find out how much would 12 portion be? So it will be 12 times 235 divided by 5. Here again, I use the calculator. Okay, don't be using your phone calculator. We said a lot of that. Use the approved calculator so that by the time you get to the exam time, you'll be able to know how to use the functions. Okay, so if 564 is the total amount they paid, then one portion is 564 pounds divided by 12, because if you add all the portions, you are going to get 564. So one portion will be 47 pounds. So now it's easy. So if one portion is 47 pounds, Caroline paid 4 portions, so that'll be 4 times 188 pounds. If this is like calculator paper, you just double the 47, okay, which will give you 94, and then you double it again, which will give you 188. Here also, you double it and add 47, which will be 141. Watch the earlier videos. I've explained this at length. Okay, we've done a lot of studies on this. When it's not calculator and calculator. So now, and this is the ratio they paid. The 5 portion paid, 235 pounds. The next paid 188, and the last with the 3 portion paid 141. If you add up, it will give you 564 pounds. So that is the total cost of the holidays. Now today we are going to look at applications of quadratic equation 3. So I encourage you to do this in real life, which is very good. Okay, but my diagram today is not to scale, and I will use my diagram to explain to you. An open box is made by cutting 4 centimeters square on the corners of the cardboard paper and folding it. If the volume of the box V is 144 centimeters, find the length X of the piece of the card. Okay, so now this is my sketch. It's not to scale. So assuming I had a paper or a cardboard, okay, I cut 4 centimeters here, 4 centimeters on each side. So this 4 centimeters and 4 centimeters. Okay, so now I have whatever the length is minus 8 centimeters. I have this area as well. The length X minus 8 centimeters. Okay, from there to there, from there to there. But this side is 4 centimeters, so that will be the height. So the box is now going to look like this. 8 my X minus 8 centimeters, X minus 8 centimeters. So that will be the length, the breadth, and the height will be 4 centimeters. So now the volume is 144 centimeters. Now the volume of a box is length times breadth times width of the height. So the length is 8x minus 8 centimeters. And then the width is 8 minus 8 centimeters. And the height is 4 centimeters. This is also an important step. If which will be equal to 144 centimeter cube, you remember we are dealing with volume. If you can't set this up, then you cannot do the work. You cannot do the question. So now 4 out, we are going to break this out, which is x squared minus 8x minus 8x plus 64 equal to 144. So 4x into bracket x squared minus 16x plus 64 equals 144. If I divide 4 on both sides, I have x squared minus 16x plus 64 equals 144 divided by 4. 144 divided by 4 is 36. Okay. So now we have x squared minus 16x plus 64 minus 36 equals 0. So we are going to get a quadratic equation. So x squared minus 16x plus 28, because 64 minus 36 is 28, equals 0. So a equals 1, b equals minus 16, that one here, and c equals 28, that one here, that's c. So now we have the quadratic equation. Okay, we can solve it as this: x minus 2, x minus 14. Because if you look at the equation carefully, and I choose minus 14x minus 2x, we've done this. We are going to get minus 16. Now minus 2x times minus 14 will give us plus 28. Okay, so instead of using the quadratic formula, I can say it away, say x squared minus 2x minus 14x plus 28 equals 0, that one here. Okay, but I can also use the quadratic formula. Okay, if I can quickly do that one. Okay, so a equals a1, b equals minus 16, and c equals 28. So putting in the quadratic formula, minus b, that is 16, plus or minus the square root of b squared. So minus 16 all squared minus 4. A is 1. C is 28. There. So if I use the calculator, I'm going to get x equals 14. It's the same thing as I said here. So if I do x squared minus 2x minus 14x equals 28 equals 0. Then I have x out, x minus 2, okay? Then I have minus 14, x minus 2 equals 0. So x minus 2, x minus 14 equals 0. So x will be 2 or 14. So you can do it that way, okay? But at times under some condition, you won't be able to see it that quickly. And we are doing applications of quadratic equation. So I've just used the quadratic equation. So if you do the calculator right, okay, as I've just showed you from this side, okay, x is 2 or 14. Now, two positive answers. Which one are you going to choose? Okay. If you choose x equals 2, let's look at the diagram again. If you choose x equals 2, 2 minus 8 will give you negative. But you don't want the negative length. So x definitely is 14. So that 14 minus 8 will be positive. Okay, so 14 minus 8 will be 6. So this length will be 6. That length will be 6. And that length will be 4. Okay, so here is another example. Two positive values for x. Okay, so I'm going to choose x equals 14 and it is length. Okay, so x equals 14 centimeters. If you think through these things, you can't go wrong, because it's not always they are going to give you are going to get a quadratic equation that will give you one positive and one negative. You can get two negatives. You can get a positive and negative, and you can get two positive. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me in today's lesson. And I'll see you in the next.